Hello guys, welcome back to another episode with me, the Eastbourne Fisherman. Today we come down to Langley Point in Eastbourne, my local haunt. We're going to have a fish. I'm on my own. It's nice, peaceful and quiet, but I'm fed up with the kids beating me, so I'm down here on my own tonight. So what's my plan then? So tonight I'm going to be fishing for sole. I've got this around about 9 o'clock now. The low water is at 12 o'clock, so we're going to fish it out for sole on small 2-hook clip down rigs using worm baits. And I'm also going to do something a bit different tonight. I'm going to actually add a split shot to the snood, just crimp a split shot on the snood, just to hopefully hold the snood down on the seabed there. So yeah, I'm going to have a mess around. I've got loads of different baits for me tonight. I'll show you the baits in a second. I've got worm baits, crab baits, literally I've got everything you could possibly think of. I've actually pulled out of the the bait fridge at my house. So yeah, loads of mixture of baits, and we're just going to give it a go really. We're just going to give it a proper go. The high tide's at 5 o'clock in the morning, just after 5 in the morning, so we're going to do the whole stint all the way through. I think it's about 9 or 10 hours, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to pull out some fish. Fingers crossed. Let's have a look at the baits then, and we'll show you what we're going to do baiting up wise, and then we'll see how what the night brings. I'm looking forward to it. The last couple of sessions have been absolutely diabolical, so I'm due a nice session. So fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx it. Let's see what happens. Right then, so the baits I've got tonight, let's have a quick look, see what we've got. As you can see in front of me, we've got some ragworm there. Nice ragworm there. Got quite a bit of it actually. Picked up from the Angler's Den tackle shop. So we're going to use those for the for targeting the sole. I've got some fresh lugworm here. That I pumped myself. And it's been in my fridge for a couple of days, so I'm hoping that's going to be nice still. Just pulling that out now, and we'll have a look at that. Oh. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. So there's some lugworm. Oh, some of them are a bit better than others. Yeah, so we've got some nice lugworm there. Still good to go. So we'll use that. I've also got some squid I was using on the last session. Got some brand new fresh squid there as well. We've got blueies. We've got a couple of packs of oiled and salted lug that's been in the freezer for a while. Don't know how they're going to work, but we'll mix them up into cocktails. Some mackerel. I've got some crab in there, and I've also got some sandy eels as well. So we're pretty kitted out. What I'm going to do first, like I said, we just use 2-hook clip down rigs, and just cast them out as far as I can get them, just for the sole, just while the tide's ebbing, and then when it switches around and changes, we'll throw out some cocktail baits and see how the night goes. Right, and so first things first, I'm just going to use a couple of 2-hook clip down rigs. So I'm just going to wind them off the rig winder now. Nice and easy, simple 2-hook clip down rigs. I'm going to use these bucket leads to start off with, shore cast bucket leads. So we'll clip that on, so we'll clip at the bottom, and then we're going to put our bait on. So the first bait I'm going to start off with is going to be the ragworm. Again, that ragworm is pretty big, so I'm just going to half that. We'll just use little small pieces of ragworm to start off with, just to see if we can scratch around, see if we can find any salt. Might even tip it off with a bit of squid. So there we go, nice little bit of ragworm on there. Again, on the second hook. Just going to take the ragworm, straight hook in. I'm just going to fold that round the hook and pull that hook out the side of the ragworm like that, and there's our bait. Nice and simple. Like I said, that's on the rolling lead. Just going to clip that down and throw it out as far as we go. On the second rig, on the second rod, I'm just going to use the same. I'm just going to use a 2-hook clip down. The hooks I'm using are size 2 Camazan hooks, so not too massively big, just about right size, hopefully for scratching around. Again, we're going to use bucket lead from Shorecast because there's not much movement in the water. And again, I'm going to go for the actually on this one I'm going to try lug. I'm going to try a mixture of baits. Just going to put one lugworm on each. So just going to get one whole lugworm on each and just see how that fares. So take the lug, hook, literally just pierce the top right through the middle, and then just feed the lugworm round the hook, and then just pull it nicely on. Nice and simple, all the way up. When you get to the bottom, just poke it out just before the tail, and that's a nice big bit of lugworm out. Again, same on the second hook, nice and easy. Straight through the top, and just feed that down. Putting that all the way through. Surprised at actually how alright this lugworm is, being in my fridge for the last couple of days. So at least I know the fridge is all working and good. So yeah, there we've got two nice big lugworm baits right there. We're going to get them cast out, and then we'll see, like I said, what the night brings. Once the tide switches back, we're going to change to some bigger baits. I've got some nice running ledger rigs with size 6.0 hooks. I'm going to try some mackerel head and some squid, just close in. See if we can try and pick up a bass or anything like that. It obviously depends on what happens, and if the wind stays off. The wind this evening is a little bit blowy, but it's hoping to calm down as the night goes on, so we'll see what happens. As I said before, we're going to use some split shot. I'm just going to apply them to the snoods. I'm just going to go with 1.2 grams. Just going to try it on one of the rigs. So just above the worm. I'm just going to take a split shot there. I'm just going to place it just above the worm. So split shot's on there just above the worm. I'm just going to crimp that in place with my split shot. Little split shot crimpers. And then we have our worm with the split shot at the top. So what I'm hoping that'll do is it will weight the hook right down on the bottom of the seabed. But we'll give it a go and see how we get on with that. Right guys, so I have broke the curse. I broke the curse with a lovely little 24cm place. Happy days, happy days. Mwah. Happy days. We've got our first fish. Nice little place. Look at the spots on that, absolutely lovely little fish. We're going to get him back in, don't want to mess around with him, we're going to get him back in and carry on the fishing. Right guys, so I've just reeled into my 2-hook clip rig, and lo and behold, I haven't caught one this year yet. A tiddler of a smoothhound. I don't think I caught a little smoothhound pup this year. Yeah, so little smoothhound pup there, pretty happy with that. Just got to kind of find its mum or its dad. So yeah, let's get him back in and carry on the fishing, man. Whew, it's better than the last couple of weeks we've had. Right guys, so I haven't had any more fish at the moment. The tide is just about to turn, so it's going to come up now. So what I've done is I've just come up to the tent quick, just to grab some more grip leads. I'm using yellow grip leads tonight, so hopefully we can use them. And obviously when the tide starts running, these will be handy rather than rolling leads, because I don't want the rolling leads to drift all over the beach and get us get caught in the next groin or anything like that. So yeah, grip leads are going on. Right guys, so species number 3 of the evening for me. It's a small little ray, baby fawnback, I presume. It's got the fawns on the tail. I'm pretty sure it's a baby fawnback. If you let me know in the comments what you think it is, pretty certain it's a baby fawnback though. Absolutely fantastic. Third species of the night. Pretty happy. Better than the last couple of sessions we've had, definitely. Not a massive fish, but still a good fun night. I'm enjoying it. Right guys, so not much is happening actually. I've just come up to the tent for a quick Scooby snack and a drink. So I'm just going to chill out in the tent for a bit, to be fair. We're having a slight dusting of rain, so it's all happening this evening. But again, hey, we caught 3 species of fish so far, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just need to catch something a bit bigger, you know. I'm looking for a bigger fish. I've been looking for a bigger fish for quite a while now. I think I deserve one, to be honest with you, for the amount of hours that we put in. But you know, hey, fishing's fishing. You know, if it's there in front of you, you can catch it. If it ain't, you know, you can't. So yeah. Apart from that, nothing much is happening really. I've gone for the gripper leads now because the tide's starting to move a little bit more. I've gone back to the 2-hook clip downs, just with the size 2 hooks, just to fish and just to try and pick up whatever's about really. So I'll let you know what happens. Right guys, into ray number 2 of the evening. Again, nothing of big size, just a small one. Taking the sand eel there, whole sand eel, just threaded up the hook. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this evening, to be fair. Like I said, not catching massive fish, but A couple of fish here and there. No, happy days, mate, happy days. Look at that. Oh, it's somewhat majestical, these little rays. I actually think they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's get back in and we'll carry on the fishing. Lovely jubby. Right then guys, it is the night of the living small fish. This guy is absolute tiddly. Absolute tiddly. Whew. Another tiny little smooth hound. Tiny little pup. We're doing alright this evening, we're doing alright. I mean, we're not having massive, like, record-breaking fish, but, I mean, come on. A couple of fish, man. I'm happy to see a couple of fish. Let's get this little fella back in. Right guys, just a quick update. We're now approaching the top of the tide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off of the small rig for the moment on one of my rods. I'm going to do a mackerel flapper on a running ledger rig. Just put it out, put it in. Sorry, just put it in close. 6/0 hook through the mouth, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that now. Right guys, so what I'm going to do is going to take my mackerel. I'm just going to cut it round about there, just in half. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flapper this. So what I want to do is I want to remove the backbone. So I'm going to carefully just go down. A minute of the mackerel just till I get to the head. And what I want to do is I want to feel for the backbone. Just going to be there. I'm just going to pull that out. Watch my fingers, and that will hopefully be my mackerel flapper. Again, like I said, I'm no expert at doing this, so that's what the plan is going to be. So flapper mackerel there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our nice big 6/0 hook, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight through. Probably best go through this way actually. It's not the best mackerel. Straight through the top. With the mouth like that. Like that. I'm just going to cast out pretty close in, and hopefully that'll flap around in the tide like that. And then we should hopefully get a nice bass or something on that. Let's see how we get on. Right guys, so we made it. We're just about approaching daylight now. It's been pretty slow, to be fair, up the remaining top of the tide. I haven't had nothing at all. I had a couple of little nibbles, but nothing, no fish or nothing like that. So what we're going to do is going to fish it back out now for about an hour, and then we're going to pack up and call it a day. Right, not one of my favourite fish species, but here it is. Here it is. A nice little strap conger. Session's turned out to be not too bad actually. I'm pretty glad I come. Yeah, so one little conger to add to the joys and the fun that this evening has brung. Happy days, mate, happy days. Let's get him back in. Slimy little rascal. We've had a good evening into morning session, so I mean we've picked out multiple species, which has been good, and like I said, nothing of immense size or, you know, notability, but to see some different species come up after the last couple of months of really poor fishing has been really good actually. I feel a little bit buzzed, and I'm ready to go for the next session. So yeah, absolutely brilliant, great way to start the day. Rock and roll. Right guys, so I'm just baiting up my last couple of worms now. Rods are out. Fresh log and sand eel have been doing the business tonight. Or that's been, you know, the main bait. Oh, and don't forget the ragworm. Ragworm tips actually work really well. Just using the fresh lug tipping off of the ragworm. It seems to be pretty good today. So I'm just baiting up my last rig. And I think that'll be me for the day. I've really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have too. Oh, that's the rod already going. Got a bite, I'll be back. Right guys, back into a fish. Another new species for today. Little bass this morning. Happy days, mate, happy days. Mwah, happy days. This session's turning out to be a pretty good session, to be fair. It's 34 centimeters, so it's not big enough. But let's get him back in, get him on his way. Look at that nice fin at the top, man. What a stunning looking fish. I absolutely love these fish. Absolutely amazing fish. Let's get him back in. Happy days, mate, happy days. I'm super chuffed. Right guys, so that is it. That is the end of another session here on Eastbourne Beach. Even though we haven't caught, you know, the big species that we are looking for, but we have been searching for quite a while now. We caught loads of little different fish, I mean, different species. I think I have 4 or 5 different species tonight, which is pretty cool. Good to see a nice mixed bag of fish coming up. You know, even over the last couple of months, it's been, you know, it's been pretty poor and pretty quiet, to be fair. So hopefully now things will move forward and we can try and, you know, pull more fish out. So that's the goal. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. You know, we've just passed 3,500 subscribers, which I still find absolutely amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider it and help us, you know, make more videos going forward in the future. And just say a huge thank you to everyone that has, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Cheers.